Hello, my crafty friends. I am so happy to be back with all of you. I've had a rough couple of weeks, and I want to thank you all so much for your very kind comments and get well wishes and emails. Y'all just are so kind to me, and I appreciate you so very much. But I'm feeling better, and I'm ready to get back to making some cards. And I am way behind. Easter is going to be here before we know it, and I have not done a thing for Easter. So today we're going to make an Easter card. It's a pretty quick card. It's got lots of layers, which I love, and lots of pattern papers. And we're going to use this Easter 2010 cartridge. I love this one. It's one of those solution cartridges, and there's only 2 cuts. We're going to use this little bunny right here that has the bite taken out of his ear. I love him. I just think he's so cute, and it gives me a chuckle every time I see him. So we'll use this cartridge. We're going to use elegant edges. We're going to use some papers from this Die Cuts with a View dot stack. Love polka dots. And then also from this My Mind's Eye Necessities. This came from my sweet friend Kim from Sunshine Creations and Crafts. Thank you, Kim. I love that one. And for our sentiment, we'll be using Cardz TV Easter Punnies. And we're going to use I never met a chocolate bunny I didn't like. And that's the truth. So I'll get this out of the way and we'll get started on an Easter card. We're going to start off with an ivory card base, and this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when folded, and this is a landscape style card. We're going to use this multicolored polka dot. Love that. And the back side of this is this green polka dot, which is a little smaller, and the little dots in there are ivory. So we're going to get this adhered to the front, and then we're going to put this border on right down here. And I've got all the dimensions for everything and the supplies that I've used today at the end of the video. So if you'd like to recreate this card, just stay tuned for that. We'll get this attached to the front of the card with my ATG gun. And then I'll show you that cute little bunny cut that's going on here. I've got my card base all ready, and I decided I wanted a mat to put my little bunny on. So I went to the Elegant Edges cartridge on page 46, and I cut this oblong and the shadow. And this one is called Heart 2. I love that because it's got that pretty scalloped edge. So I cut the shadow out of ivory, and the top mat I cut out of this pink and white polka dot. This is from that My Mind's Eye stack. Before I adhere these together, though, I'm going to take some Studio G pink pigment ink, and this does not have a name. I found it at Walmart, and it was $1. And I'm just going to do a little bit of shading around the edge of this to help it stand out from the ivory shadow. And then on the ivory shadow, to help it stand out from the polka dot background, there we go. See, that's going to help it stand out just a little bit. Quick and easy to do. For the ivory shadow, to help it stand out from all those polka dots, I'm going to take some Tim Holtz Tea Dye Distress ink and just do a little bit of shading around it. Not much, just a tiny little bit, just to give it some definition and help it to not blend in so much with the pastel colors of those polka dots. I got my little mats adhered together, and I almost forgot I'm going to stamp the sentiment on here. So I want to do that before I put it on the foam tape. But let me go ahead and show you the little bunny, because that's going to help me figure out where to stamp my sentiment. There he is right there with the bow, and I'm going to give him a little Google eye, so he looks like one of those little chocolate bunnies that you get at Easter time. Isn't he cute? Okay, now he is in the Easter 2010 cartridge, and you just use your overlay for that one, and there's only 2 cuts. Here's the bunny right here, And then here's his little bow. And that's it. That's all you cut for this one. And I used some dark craft cardstock to cut him out. And I cut the bunny and the bow at 3 inches. So I'm going to go around his bow with some more of that pink ink. And then I'm going to go around the bunny with that Tim Holtz Tea Dye Distress ink. But right now, I just want the bunny on there to help me decide where to put my sentiment. And I've got my little foam mat here, so I get a really good impression. We're going to use some Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And I've already got my sentiment on my Fiskars stamp press. So we're going to go ahead and get that inked up. And I think I want to put it right about here. Let me make sure I've got it straight. That looks good. Perfect. I never met a chocolate bunny I didn't like. And now I can go ahead and get this on some foam tape and get this on the front of my card. And this is off of that big old roll of foam tape that I've got. And that came from Amazon. Several of you have asked me, where did I get that big, huge roll of foam tape? Just go to Amazon and type in Scotch foam tape, and it does come in a little bit bigger roll, believe it or not. I have already used a lot of mine, but it's a really good savings if you use a lot of foam tape. There we go. I'm loving it. Okay, here's my bunny. I'm going to go ahead and go around him with the Tea Dye Distress ink and go around his little bow with that pink. Get him on the front. I think I'm going to pop him up as well. And our card is almost done. I've got my little bunny all put together, and I've got him on some foam tape, and I'm going to put him right over here. And I really think that ink on there makes the little bow really stand out, and it also highlights the bite out of the bunny's ears. Now I decided it needed something up here in this corner, and there's lots of different color polka dots in here. So I had these Recollections enamel dots, so I'm going to put some pink, and I'm going to use 3 different sizes. And then I think I'll do a yellow, just to pull everything together. And I may move these around. Haven't pressed them down yet, so I can move them. There we go. And on the inside, I'm going to keep it really simple, and I'll probably use the Easter Blessings set or Happy Days and stamp Happy Easter. And I'm going to make several of these for my kids and grandkids. I think it's really cute. I love the bunny. I love the little Google eye on him. It just really gives him some dimension. And it looks so much like one of those little chocolate Easter bunnies you get in the box at the store. Love it. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me today, guys. And once again, thank you for being so kind to me while I was out sick. But I'm better now, and I'm hoping to do lots more cards and goodie bags and maybe even some scrapbooking. We'll see. But thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye now.